Hello, my name is Vanessa Chisakula, and I'm a spoken word artist from Zambia. I am a writer and a content creator. I come from a literal background? Not exactly. I come from a family of readers, like big time readers, but actively practicing their literal skills, no. Maybe indoors, like, secret journals and stuff. What writers did I enjoy reading as a child? I came up at a time when coming across a James Hadley Chess or Jackie Collins and the Sidney Sheldon book was gold for me and my friends, and that was what our hearts would beat for that. So those are the writers that really kind of shaped my childhood. And did I write as a child? Yes, and yes. I always moved with a notepad and a pen. I attempted to write so many things. I did so many movie scripts. I wrote so many novels which never made it to anywhere. I wish I took care of those manuscripts, and I wish people around me actually advised me to take care of those manuscripts. But yeah, I was a child. I acted like one. How did I get started as a poet? I got triggered. I was angry. I needed to vent. People were not available anymore. A pen came to the rescue. I had never written poetry because I call it an evolutionary art. When I look at me writing everything but never attempting poetry until later on in life, I had just discovered, like, oh yeah, you can actually write poetry and you can actually vent in 3 minutes or less, and it will make sense. So yeah, then I started to write poetry, and from venting, it became something way bigger that I could share with the world. And currently, if you ask me, for me, my poetry is just not a form of entertainment. It is actually administration. Do I find writing easy? Yes and no. Sometimes it can be crazy. Like I sometimes have a writer's block for months where I totally have no inspiration. Then there are times when I pick up my pen and my notebook and boom, it flows and I'm done. So it's a yes and no, but half the times, no. Writing does come easy for me. Describing my working day, I work for a social movement where we work with creative activists, and so on an actual working day, when it's busy, it's super exciting. Like, it's us listening and getting to learn from others about issues that concern them and issues they would want to speak about. And the most exciting part is to hear young people creatively talk about an issue that you too would prefer not to read from a paper, but are glad that somebody decided and created enough time to creatively lay it down in form of a poem. How much research do I do? There are topics that require so much research. So much research. And so if it requires so much research, I go all the way out. And then there are topics that they're pieces that artists say or call pieces from the gods, and these ones just come. They're not going to need you to sit down and start researching anything. It's like somebody is pleading with you to put out a certain message for people to hear it in a certain way. So you will discover that in an hour you could have put down a great piece, but you didn't even take any time to start researching or doing anything. You're using this knowledge that is coming directly from the gods. But most